Maybe I just found the answers. Maybe I just found the answers in you. Come give me all your love. I want you to know we can make it together. Let the wind blow. All we need is each other. Come take my hand, you're all that I have now. I won't let you go, 'cause I found all the answers in you. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Okay. This is not how I planned.
Daddy, come grab the suitcase. Dad.
This is not how I planned for this video to go at all. I plan to actually.
Help me carry it.
I don't want to.
You have to.
Ready for the shaky leg?
Huh? No.
I planned to actually vlog this whole like process and stuff of everything going on, but Christopher and I were wiped out.
Almost got me. What?
Christopher and I were wiped out by a stomach bug, and we could barely function, much less do anything else. However, we had no choice but to move while we are like dying from this stomach bug.
You want the sissy?
So I'm just gonna break down how things went, picking up where I last filmed. So basically, I think the last thing I filmed was when we were in South Carolina and we took the U-Haul to the storage unit and unloaded it. I think it's the last thing that was in the last video. Anyways, so that was on Friday, last Friday, and then we kind of went about our day, hung out, whatever.
Sure.
And then on Saturday, we dropped Micah off at my mom's house because we didn't want to have to bring Micah back with us, which that would have not worked out at all, especially with us having to stay in hotels, which is obviously where we are right now. One of two hotels. There's a pair right there. So we took Micah to my mom's house Saturday morning. I hung out there for a little bit. And then we went by my grandma's house to finish getting our stuff back in the car to head back to South Carolina. And we ended up leaving Nike there. We were really like going back and forth on what to do with the dogs, because dogs at a hotel just is very difficult. And I at first, like, his mom said they couldn't watch the dogs, and I knew my mom couldn't, and I didn't even want to try asking my grandma to do that, but like she offered to, I guess, which I felt really like conflicted about it. So I ended up just leaving Nike because Nike's the more chill one, whereas Aura has really bad separation anxiety and she would have just like been such a hassle. So we left Nike at my grandma's house and we left South Carolina around like 1 p.m.-ish on Saturday, and we got back to Ohio to the house late that night, which I started to feel really nauseous on the drive, and like we stopped and got McDonald's at one point and I could barely like stomach that. And then we ended up, like, we got there late Saturday night, and as soon as we got in the house and we got upstairs and we're trying to get ready to go to bed because it was like 10-11 o'clock at night or something like that, I noticed Ashlyn had hives on her face, and then like as I took her clothes that she was wearing off to put her pajamas on, I noticed she had hives everywhere. So
Mommy.
what? So yeah, that was like, we were kind of like, well, what in the world could be causing her to have broken out in hives like this?
I already got my shoes
And
on.
Christopher's like, well, maybe it was from being in the car all that time, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I just don't see how that would have caused it, because we've made this trip many times and that's never happened. It had to have been something from down there. Like, they got into the pool at my mom's house that she had just, like, cleaned and stuff. And I don't know if, like, if that, give me your arms, if that set it off or what. But she had hives all over her on Saturday night. And so I gave her some Benadryl. It cleared up pretty fast. And we went to bed. And then I got woken up in the middle of the night to London throwing up on the bed.
Daddy.
So we kind of had to deal with that. And then we ended up being up and down
Yeah.
a couple more times where both of them were taking turns throwing up. London threw up like 3 times in the middle of the night. Ashlyn threw up like twice, I think. So we were up and down that whole Saturday night with waking up to them like gagging and throwing up. Or stop it. And then Sunday, we woke up and the kids seemed fine. Like Ashlyn's hives originally stayed away, but then they would come back anytime she would lay down, which was weird. Like, if she laid on me and took a nap, then the hives came back. Like, they came back like 2 times, I think, and I gave her Benadryl one more time, and then they just like eventually went away for good. And she hasn't had them since Sunday. But Sunday we pretty much tried to spend the whole day cleaning and getting everything ready for Monday. So we tried to clean the best that we could. I was very low on energy because like I was nauseous and I didn't get very good sleep because of the kids. I didn't get very good sleep because of the kids being up and down and stuff. So like Sunday wasn't the worst, but it definitely was hard trying to clean the house when we were like exhausted from making the trip and moving everything with the U-Haul and like being up and down all night. It was a lot. I can honestly, like right now, trying to go back and think, I don't really remember much from Sunday. And then Monday is when like I could barely get out of bed at all. And
That's food.
I couldn't eat.
Not you. Mom, what does it have on it?
Which Monday morning, we had the walkthrough at what was it, 9:30, 10 in the morning? 9:30. At 9:30 Monday morning, the people that were buying the house had to come do a walkthrough just to make sure everything was still like how they saw it, nothing changed, whatever. Just a last check. Leave her alone. Before they signed papers. So they came that morning to do that, and then we were supposed to be out.
Whoa.
Wait, no. We tried to spend the rest
Pick
of the
that
day
up.
Monday finishing getting stuff together.
That bottle, what is that? Give it to mommy.
It's spray, Mama.
See, like, my mind's all foggy. Everything just kind of blended together. Would you still pull my hair? And the kids are distracting me. Leave or alone. They came that morning, did the walkthrough. And then, like I said, like, I was very weak and nauseous that day, but we needed to try and get stuff done. Like, we were trying to get all the trash out, we were trying to get stuff together and in the cars, and just have as much as we could ready, but we were just feeling very, like, low energy, exhausted. I was very nauseous. Christopher felt pretty normal on Monday, he said. Would you stop
day was
pulling
that?
my hair the day of the walkthrough?
Yeah, I was fine that day.
Mama.
And then later on that day, like towards the evening time is when I started to throw up a lot. So I started throwing up towards dinner time, and then I tried to make dinner for us. We made kebabs kind of, and I had like the tiniest amount of food on my plate. and I ate a couple bites. It all tasted gross to me, and then like I pretty much immediately threw all that up, and it was disgusting. But yeah, I like immediately threw all the food up, and it was the worst thing ever.
Because mommy's recording.
Like I would much rather throw up on an empty stomach than to throw food up because it's disgusting. London. So I threw up, like, I lost count how many times I threw up that night. And then Christopher ate like a full plate of food because he was fine like that whole day. And then after dinner he said he started to feel sick and he threw up a bunch. So like me and him were kind of up and down all that night throwing up as well. And then Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock, a notary came to the house for Christopher to sign the final papers. Just sit here.
Yeah, that was a struggle getting up for that.
Yeah. So
There's so much shit on the floor and everything.
yeah, the house was a mess when the notary came. But she came for him to sign the papers. It was really fast. She was only there for what, like maybe 10 minutes?
Yeah.
And then we were supposed to be out of the house. This was on Tuesday. We were supposed to be out of the house by 5 p.m. that day. The people that were buying
Look at all your chips on the ground.
had sold the or had signed their papers on Monday
What did you do
evening.
that for?
And then we signed Tuesday morning, and we were supposed to be out by 5 p.m. on Tuesday. And we tried to, like, we were trying to load up the car and finish getting all the trash out and, like, have it in whatever, what's that word? Condition that we were supposed to. But literally on Tuesday, Christopher and I could, like, barely stand for a few minutes at a time. Like, literally, I would get up and do one little tiny thing, and then I'd have to go lay down because, like, my head felt like, it literally felt like I had a bowling ball on my shoulders as a head. And I was nauseous, and I kept feeling like I was going to throw up. I was so dehydrated. I couldn't keep any food or drink down, so I was hungry. I had no energy. I was dehydrated. I was nauseous. Like, I felt like I was going to pass out. My heart rate was through the roof every time I was up moving around. And, like, Christopher was pretty much the same way. Neither of us could do anything. And then it's a lot of heavy lifting. It's a lot of up and down the stairs. It's a lot of moving everything that was left behind. So, like, we were trying our best to get stuff done while we felt like absolute death. And it kept getting closer and closer to 5 o'clock. And we were nowhere near done, and it's like we knew we had to check into the hotel at some point. And we were supposed to get food for the hotel, which we still have no food, which I'm debating if we should. It's already 9 o'clock though, but we were like, there's no way. It's ballerinas. We're like, there's no way we're gonna be able to get this done and be out of here by 5 o'clock. So we messaged. What do you want? We messaged the realtor lady and was like, look, is there any way that we can extend our time until tomorrow, because like we're having a really hard time getting all this done by ourselves. So then she told us, like, she ended up coming back and was like, okay, I can give you until 1 o'clock tomorrow to be done. So we tried to get a little bit more done yesterday. Like, we were like, well, we wanted to at least have everything that was ours in the car or whatever. Like, we kind of argued about what we should leave for the next day, and then we kind of were just like, we can't like do anything else at all. So let's just like do this last little thing, and then let's go ahead and go check into the hotel for the night. So we picked up, well, Christopher drove and went and got Wendy's for dinner, which I literally only got a Frosty that I barely ate any of because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do food. So yeah, like, I had eaten the kebabs, the tiny bit of kebabs on Monday night, threw it all up, and then I didn't eat anything all day Tuesday. Wait, no, Sunday night was the night that I threw up the kebabs and didn't eat anything all day Monday. So he got Wendy's for him and the kids, and I just had a Frosty that I barely ate. And then we kind of just went to bed on Monday night. Well, while he got Wendy's, I went to the dollar store just to get drinks for us. So I got like Sprite, 7-Up, Gatorade, milk for the kids and stuff. And then I also tried to find like some sort of medicine for me and him, which I ended up getting Dramamine, which I know Dramamine is technically meant for motion sickness, but I don't know. I figured it was worth the shot because like it said it was for nausea and vomiting and stuff. So I picked that up. I don't really know how well it worked. And I literally felt like the whole time I was in Dollar General, I felt like I was gonna throw up in the middle of the store the entire time, and I was gonna be so embarrassed. I was like hunched over, I was breathing so heavy, I probably looked like an absolute crazy person walking through that store, and it was literally like, it felt like I was having an out-of-body experience. Like, my mind was so fuzzy, and I'm just like going through the aisles trying to find what I need and like hurry up and get out of there. And it was just such a weird like feeling, and I just felt so bad. And then we got to the hotel.
Because mommy was recording.
We got to the hotel to check in, and we brought most of our stuff up. Not everything we needed, but we brought most of the suitcases up. Thankfully, they had one of the carts. And we kind of just like, they ate, and then we went to bed. It like literally, it just is all like a blur. So we went to bed. I felt like I slept pretty good Monday night, last night. Like I didn't get up and have to throw up or anything. And whenever I was starting to wake up this morning, like I was kind of in and out of it for a while this morning, from like 8 a.m. to probably like 10 a.m. And I felt like as I was laying in bed, like I felt decent. I felt like I was like kind of on the mend. But then as soon as like I actually got out of bed and was trying to get out the door, it kind of started to hit me a little bit more. Not nearly as bad as it was yesterday, but I still felt like a little bit of nausea. My heart rate would still go up, and like I was having to breathe really heavy and was getting really lightheaded. So we went back to the house at like a little bit after 10 was when we finally got out of the door and got back there. And then we kind of just like tried to do everything that we had left to do. I wasn't much help. I kept having to sit down still, and like the kids were all in the way and not listening at all. Christopher kind of worked on getting the rest of the trash from upstairs, and I was trying to get all of the stuff from out of the garage and all the trash from out of the garage into bags. And he was taking stuff to the curb, and like I brought the rest of our stuff down and put it in the car for the most part. And then like I had to sweep up a little bit and vacuum. And we got all the rest of the stuff in the car. We left that house with what, like 15 minutes to spare?
Yeah, about 20.
So we felt, well, Christopher said he felt pretty fine today. He wasn't as weak as yesterday, but we still were like low energy, exhausted, and I was still pretty weak and like lightheaded. So I just did what I could, but we managed to get it done. And like I said, left with like 15 minutes to spare. So everything's in the car that we had left in the house, and all the trash is on the curb to be picked up. And we came back to the hotel today, earlier this afternoon, and I went and got Taco Bell for us because that was kind of like, it was what my mind wanted. And I kind of, like, I ate most of it. And then when I got to my last taco, I started to feel like I was going to throw up. So I just, like, laid down and took a nap instead, because I did not want to throw up Taco Bell. So like, once I started to get that really bad, like, oh my god, I might puke feeling, I would, like, lay down and just force myself to go to sleep. And then I took a really long nap. What time did we wake up? I was asleep. And then Ashlyn came and laid down with me, and she went to sleep, and yeah. I didn't wake up until, like, way after 7, almost 8.
Yeah, I didn't nap at all. You laid down at like 4.
Well, I'm telling you, I didn't want to throw up. I started to feel really nauseous again from eating.
Open, shut. Open, shut.
So, yeah, we woke up, and me and Ashlyn woke up. Well, actually, London eventually laid down, and she fell asleep too. But she stayed asleep for a while after. But Christopher got up and he took a shower because I was an absolute idiot and packed all of our towels, so we had no towels when we got back to the house, so we couldn't, like, take a shower or anything at the house. I could have swore that we had another load of laundry downstairs in the washer or dryer that had towels in it, is why I wasn't thinking about it. And then we got there and realized that there wasn't another load left, that I had actually gotten all of it. So we had no towels when we got to the house. Which, like I said, we got back to the house late Saturday, and we left the house and came to the hotel Monday night. Tuesday night, right? Yeah, Tuesday night we came to the hotel. But last thing on our minds Tuesday was a shower. We were, like, out of it. But yeah, Christopher took a shower, which one time I felt so bad when we were at the house that I just said screw it, and I got in the bath and literally had to dry myself off with paper towels. So Christopher took a shower, and then me and Ashlyn got in the bath, which felt nice.
What are you crying for now?
I knew I wasn't going to be able to stand in the shower yet, like in a steamy shower. That was just going to make me too lightheaded. And I didn't have the strength to do that, so I just, like, got in the bath with Ashlyn and washed both of us, which London was still asleep, and then she ended up waking up, but then she threw an absolute fit and refused to get in the bath for whatever reason. So I laid in the bath for a while, and then yeah, I got out the bath, and then that's when I started filming this. So it is now after 9 o'clock. It's what, Wednesday? I asked if it was a Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. And we're at the hotel. This hotel's really near the house, so, like, I knew we had to be out of the house by, well, technically we were supposed to be out by 5 p.m. on Tuesday, but we ended up not being out until noon today. But I had the hotel booked from Monday through, the 15th is what, Saturday or Sunday?
The 13th is Friday, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So the 15th is Sunday.
Yeah, so we have this hotel booked through the 15th on Sunday because, like, we didn't want to turn around and go right back to South Carolina after doing, like, it was a whole thought process on why we did things the way we did it. But also Christopher has a concert here in Ohio on the 17th, and we knew we would have to be back here for that, and, like, we didn't want to have to make the trip so many times, like, in a row. We wanted to have a little bit of a break, so this way we have, like, 10 days or something like that of not having to make the 9-hour drive. So yeah, we're in this hotel until Sunday morning, and then Sunday we have to drive down to Columbus to check into that hotel because his concert is in Columbus. And then we're going to be in that hotel from the 15th through the 18th. And then after we check out on the 18th, we have to drive back down to South Carolina.
I know what I'm getting instead of golf clubs.
What?
Tattoo.
But yeah, we're just in a little basic hotel right now. So we've got 2 queen beds, which for some reason Christopher decided he doesn't want to sleep with me anymore, and he's...
I was trying to last night, and then London was freaking out and wanted me in bed with her.
So, yeah, just a basic little room. Got the TV, little mini fridge, microwave. I'm not getting up to show, but there's like the sink and the closet, and then right there, like on the other side of that wall, is the bath and the toilet. Just a basic little hotel, which Christopher said he was sketched out by it whenever he like pulled in on the first day, and he was like, I don't know how I feel about this hotel. Can you find a different one? And I was like, not really, because then we'll be charged for it, even though we're not there. Because the free cancellation ended like a couple of days ago or something like that.
London stop.
I was like, it can't be that bad. We're supposed to have plans tomorrow, so hopefully we feel better by then. Today was like,
It's about you, not me.
we're on the mend. Okay, but like, if I'm not feeling better, you think I want to go sit in the heat at Topgolf and have to chase 2 toddlers around? Yeah, it's late. We're just gonna lay in bed. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sleep anytime soon since I've napped so late, but
Get off.
hopefully another full night's sleep and a calm morning, and I'll feel better tomorrow. Because it's been a rough couple of days. Like, literally, the universe has the absolute worst timing for us. As soon as we have to, like, move everything out of a house, we both get knocked out with a stomach bug. And it was literally the worst. We had zero help. Literally no one but us trying to do this. And it literally was, like, one of the worst experiences ever. But the house is officially sold. All the papers are signed. It's no longer our house. It's now their house.
start to heal when I'm with you, and I can't explain how I feel when I'm with you. Just give a little bit of your heart, give a little bit of your heart to